Hello, come in.
Hello.
Kyoto, right?
Yeah.
I'm Alexander Macharashvili, and she is Nani Kostazunashvili, here in our law firm. How are you?
Oh, bad.
Oh,
Sit down, please.
oh. Well, aren't you bad because you have to travel too much? We are a mountain, you know. But we are moving next month, you know.
No, I love travel when I have time with my family.
Okay. Well, don't be nervous. Here's water, and
Oh, yes.
I think everything will go perfectly.
I hope.
You are in safe hands, so you made the right choice.
So before we start, if you don't mind, I'll make some notes about formal issues. It won't take long, just 2 minutes and that's it. First of all, this is a standard contract of our law firm and our clients. So you can look through it after our interview at home when you have time, no problem. And if you decide to choose us, next time you come, we'll look through together if you have any questions.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and one more thing about the contract I want to explain right now. It's confidentiality. So you don't have to worry anything you say here will stay here. So
Yes, it's
Yeah.
good.
And one more thing. The thing that you're here now, it's a free consultation, and it will take about 45 minutes, and it's all free. But the next time, if you choose us as your lawyers, when you go out, the secretary will give you the tariffs and all the fees. So if you choose, well, we have other lawyers also here, but if you choose us,
Yeah.
then you will have to pay fees, and you will see it right away with your contract. We will give you paid with the tariffs. Okay. So before we start, I think Naniko now will give you the structure, how our interview will be organized, and what the little plan, what will happen, right?
So
Naniko?
you know what will happen on this interview. We will tell you right now. First of all, we'll listen to the issue, what you have to tell us. Then we'll get to know your main goals, what you want to achieve with our help. After that, we'll have some questions, I think, because we need more information to help you in your case. And after that, we'll make a small plan of action, like what we're going to do for next meeting. We'll suggest you some options, maybe what we can do right now, and we'll agree what we'll do we and what will do you for the next meeting.
Okay, so with your permission, the law, as you know, likes details, and we would like that the case, the issue that you are going to talk about, to maintain more details. And with your permission, we will make some notes because it will be better for us then to ask some questions and to see what's the real problem in the case, okay?
Yeah, I'll try, yeah.
Yeah, so don't worry, just drink water, feel at home, you can start.
Well, as you know, I'm driven quite Heliga.
Yeah.
I live in Khashuri. It's a little town in
Yeah, we know.
Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there I have a small grocery store.
Uh-huh.
I sell everything. Well, drinks, salt drink, bread, butter, cheese, everything, you know. Also alcohol drinks.
Uh-huh.
I have sold everything to the community without any problems until now. And well, I'm in trouble. You know, yesterday I received some letter, some papers that appeared was a lawsuit against me. I don't exactly understand this because I don't know there's legal words and laws and rules and etc. But I feel that it's bad for me. Very,
Okay.
very bad for me.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
So,
The first,
Well, you do not have to be afraid at all, because, well, we should find out first
Yes.
what it's.
we understand that you may be confused with this letter, but it may contain nothing so bad. We'll look through it.
well, what I understand from this letter,
Yeah.
what I understand,
Yes.
there, the one family who says that they bought some cha-cha, Georgian water, you know?
Yes, we know.
Yeah.
Bought
Sandra
from
knows.
my shop, and it was poison
Oh, okay.
because one person from this family died.
From drinking this cha-cha?
Yeah, but I don't think so that it's right like this, you know?
Okay,
I don't think that it was poison.
Yes.
I understand. Why do you think that it wasn't poison?
Because everybody bought this
Oh,
cha-cha.
And only one
The-
person wrote you the letter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
okay. And do you have something to add? I mean, about the problem, did something also happen that you want to tell us?
Well, I think that it was not really poison. This person, I don't remember. But yeah, 12 or 13 January, this family come in my shop. But they bought this church already 1 month, during 1 month.
Oh,
So that
what do you mean?
Almost every day, they bought this
Oh.
cha-cha.
Oh, that's an interesting fact.
I know that this family is drinking people, you know, they are 4, already 3 years. It's very bad.
You said that you got a letter, yes? From this
Papers,
family.
yeah.
Papers. And a lawsuit.
Yeah,
Maybe you got something else, some other letters from other families, or that's all?
oh no. And police was in my shop.
Okay.
Uh,
I think, Sandra, you can summarize the facts so we know that he retold everything right now. He
Well,
can-
yes, and after summarizing it briefly, we'll have some questions about these facts, and it would be wonderful if you try to remember some facts or just answer about your business. Okay, so the fact that you told us is that in January, this family, in 12th of January, right? Or 12th, maybe 13th January, this family came to your grocery shop. They bought cha-cha, and they were buying this cha-cha for a long time, quite a long time, from you.
Yeah.
And then, after a month, or when did you receive this letter?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And yesterday you received a letter, a lawsuit, papers, and it says that one member of family died from drinking this cha-cha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we can start to ask you some questions that it will be important to find the legal issue and make some options what we can do with your case. Okay?
Before we start that, I'll have one question
Okay.
about what is your main goal here? I mean, you accept that, I understand that you don't want to go to jail, right? And
Yeah.
any
And
other
there's
things?
one thing also in this paper, as I understand, there was writing that I have to pay
You have to pay.
$15,000. Can you
15,000.
imagine this? It's a very big.
Yeah, it's a big amount.
It's much more.
I hammered it, and I have a little shop. Already I hammered it. Also, they closed.
Okay.
The shop is closed?
Now police closed.
You closed the shop, or the circumstance made it that you did not have enough business, or why did you close the shop?
Oh,
Why did you close the shop?
not me.
Folks.
When police said there's a little yellow flag.
So what we have to do is to get rid of the jail and don't pay this money, yes?
That will be the best that we can
That's the
achieve.
best solution that.
Yeah. We understand. So I think, Nino, that let's
Move to questions.
yeah, let's move to some facts that we
Mhm.
have to understand. Okay, let's start from this date. Was the cha-cha? Where did you get this cha-cha from?
Oh,
Do you buy it, or do you make it
when
yourself, or
distributor man comes, usually I have I know him 5 years, 5 years already.
And he brings you cha-cha, right?
Yeah, his name Zaglika.
Zaglika. Uh-huh. And he brings you the cha-cha
Yeah.
for 5 years.
Yeah.
And on this day, on 12th of January, you had this cha-cha, and Zaglika brought it to you, right?
Oh, not for this day.
Oh.
You know, it was before. 28 or 29. I don't remember exactly. It was the last visit of
Okay.
Zaglika. Yeah.
But he was the only man who gave you this cha-cha. I mean, you didn't get from another person, yes?
Oh no. He was from the distributor company.
Okay. But you dealt only with this person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Only with this
Yeah.
person about cha-cha?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's interesting also. Where you did you taste this cha-cha also? Did you or some of your family members or well, you know, on 14th of January, it's old New Year in Georgia, and everybody
No, you
drinks.
know, I don't like the cha-cha. I just drink red wine. I
Oh.
like,
Okay.
and it's just from Kaket.
Do you remember? Have you sold this cha-cha on this day, 12th, 13th of January, to somebody else? That you know, maybe neighbors, you know, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. You know, this cha-cha the cheapest was
Yeah.
in my shop, and everybody bought it.
Oh, okay.
I
So
don't remember.
you can remember even a person who bought this cha-cha and can tell us that he drank this cha-cha and it was okay. Well, I don't mean hangover. It was okay. It wasn't poisonous.
Sometimes there were some problems, but recent problems, age or sick,
Mm.
but not very
Okay.
major problems.
You meant that there were some problems, and how did you know about the problems? About some
Somebody
small-
told next morning that, oh, I have headache, your cha-cha is bad, like this.
Okay. Do you have any usual customers?
Yeah, my neighbors, you know, Hashuri and they
Yeah.
small town, so we know everybody there.
You know, in every neighborhood, I think you know that there is a person who likes to drink much, maybe two,
This
maybe
family.
three. Oh,
This
this
family.
family is there.
Yeah,
Okay. Any others?
yeah, but not as this family.
Well, it's also
It was
interesting.
famous. They are drinking family.
Sir, have you brought these papers with you today?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I forget it.
Oh, it's okay.
Well,
For the next
I
week.
lost
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I will explain you that it is. Okay, sit down, relax. That's okay. But you know, I will explain you a little bit the legal proceedings of these papers. It's important because it says when was this lawsuit filed and when are the court proceedings. So we should not be late to give a response to these papers. And by the way, it's interesting. What are the evidences that this family bases on this lawsuit against you? So it would be wonderful if you bring us these papers as soon as possible, right? You know.
Then I hope that it's at home in the closet.
Yes, okay. You go home and you see if the papers are there. But if you don't have the papers, it's not such a big problem because you can get another papers from
Yeah.
court. It's a lawsuit. It's not a big problem.
Yeah, but
So,
it would be
okay.
wonderful if you.
Yeah.
If you have them, it's okay. But if you have lost them, it's okay also because we can get them from the court.
Yeah,
So
just-
don't worry about that.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. I think we can continue with questions. How long are you? Do you have this grocery shop and this business?
Well, the shop was my father's. But 10 years ago, my father is dead, and so after this, it's already mine.
Okay.
10 years.
And have you got any lawsuits during these 10 years?
No, the first time.
Okay. And it's also interesting. Are there nearby any other grocery stores where Chacha is also sold,
Oh yeah.
as you know?
Yeah, yeah. But it isn't exactly that. This chacha is from Zaglica. Maybe from another distributor company. I don't know exactly.
Okay.
But why do you think that it may be from other distributor companies? Didn't you get them personally? Didn't
Oh
you?
no, I don't ask for them about this.
Okay. And
I have a question about other grocery stores, if you
Okay.
don't mind. How can you compare your grocery store with others? I mean, are they both, everybody's like the same for sellings? I mean, do clients go for your Chacha and for other grocery stores? Or
I don't know, perhaps. There are a lot of groceries.
because why am I asking?
7
Maybe
or 6.
why I'm asking because
Yeah.
maybe that family also bought Chacha from other grocery stores and
if you
Yeah,
say you
perhaps,
drink a
but
lot,
they said that
well,
they bought from mine.
only from yours.
yeah, well, we can try to find it out later.
Yes, we have to.
It's also interesting where you can return on the Zaglika's personality and Zaglika's business. It's interesting. Since 12th of January, did Zaglika bring you another packet of Chacha?
No, 28th or 27th
December.
what the last visit.
Yeah.
He brought me 5 bottles.
Okay.
And he told me that it's offer and half price.
Half price.
Yeah. And also told me that don't drink it for yourself, it's dangerous. But I don't think about this much, it was cheaply. Chacha and I bought it and sell. It
Well,
was 5 bottles, just 5.
yeah.
And nothing else. He brought you,
No,
brought you just 5 bottles.
Yeah. And then told me that I'll bring you to your documents later.
It's interesting.
Disappeared.
Do you still have little bit of this Chacha left, or have you sold?
No, I had just 1 bottle.
Yeah.
But when police come, asking me that, do you have some bottle of Chacha? I told, no, I haven't it. And
Do you
then
still
when,
have it?
no, I destroyed it.
Oh, you destroyed it.
I,
Okay. Oh,
Have you seen that person, that distributor, after this accident? I mean, after you bought these 5 bottles?
no,
you
You
haven't
haven't.
talked about it. It's all
no,
okay.
I called him, but his phone is turned off.
Turned off. Do you know the name of the company he worked for?
Yeah, it's a strange name, Blind Fine.
Fine. Okay.
I never heard of such. Okay.
So if you don't mind, I want to move to the family which bought this Chacha. I
Okay.
mean, is anybody hurt except this guy, person who died?
Well, this family, there are 4 people, and after drinking this Chacha, all these 4 persons went to hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and after 2 days, 1 died.
And the others?
Just, they are sick.
Oh, then they may have also the doctor's statement why one member died.
Yes.
They should see also this.
Yes.
Well, yeah, for sure. By the way, how long do you know this family?
They are my neighbors.
Yeah. Do you have conflict with them?
No.
Did you drink with them, Chacha, or wine?
No.
You said you drink wine. No?
Why not?
Did you drink with them, or?
No. Just a little bit that I said some toast.
Okay, and
But don't drink to them because I'm very busy. I have.
well, did you
shopping.
talk to them? Have you had conflict after one of the members died?
No.
How old was and who died? What's his
Father.
Father.
Yeah.
And
Was-
was he old?
47.
47.
Yeah.
Okay.
And other members, are they out of hospital right now, or they are still in there?
Yeah, out of hospital.
Out of hospital.
No.
How do you think is Zaglika still in Khashuri?
No,
Because we may need to talk to
he
him.
wasn't from Khashoggi. There's no from where he was. I think from Tbilisi.
Do you know his last name or
No,
cell?
no.
But you know his
name-
cell phone number, right?
Yeah.
That
But it's-
might be helpful.
But he
Turned
said
off.
that it's turned off. But
That's-
you can recognize him, right? If you see him.
Yeah, of course.
Well, if this number is registered on his name, it may help us to find his address in Tbilisi also.
Yes, and also I think in the company, if we go there and
Yeah.
see that, I mean, they have ID, and
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Zaglika is quite not so usual name, you know.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah.
For this time, it's not usual.
I have some questions about
Okay.
the danger he mentioned, Zaglika. You said that he said it's danger for you to drink
No,
this chacha.
no.
Yes. Didn't he explain why it was dangerous?
Oh no, it's New York. I mean, no, everybody is drinking. I also want to feel.
Okay. And did this chacha look the same that previous?
Yeah,
I mean, bottles.
yeah,
They
yeah.
were the same. Yes.
Do you know what is Zaglika making chacha from? Because as you are a seller, you know there are the chacha from honey and I don't know the grapes and some of these other things. Do you know what is Zaglika making chacha from?
Oh, I don't think that Zaglika made this
Or
chacha.
Zaglika?
No, he's just seller. I mean, the
Company,
company.
company.
Yes, company.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what kind of chacha is
Yeah.
it. Where is it made? Okay.
I have one more question
Yes.
about this. When you bought these 5 bottles,
Yeah.
was there anybody else when you bought these bottles?
Oh, clients in the shop.
Clients in the shop. Did
Yeah.
they hear your conversation?
Oh, I don't think so.
Did you make some papers?
No, he told me that I'll bring later, and then he
Yes.
disappeared.
Okay.
And let's return to the fact that police closed the shop.
Yes.
It's a very interesting and also strange fact, because maybe it was not Chacha what make why this person died. So it's interesting. Can you remember the fact that police came to you? What did they say? Why did they close the shop and etc.? Can you remember these
Yeah.
facts?
Yeah, I remember. The first, they asked me if you have this chacha. I told them that. And the second, they told me, the second visit, they told me that we send this chacha to laboratory in Tbilisi. Well, I told him the name of this chacha. I don't know. Perhaps in another shop they find this bottle. And laboratory said that this chacha was danger levels of methanol. I don't know what is methanol.
Okay.
And then told me the policeman that we'll come back for additional questions.
Did they come back?
No, not yet.
And they closed your shop right away when they were there?
The second visit, the second visit they closed. my shop.
And at the second visit, did they tell you anything else?
No.
No. I have some question about this police. So, were you testimonied?
Huh?
Did the police ask the questions not in your shop, but in the police station?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So, did they tell you that they may call you for questions?
Yes.
Well, I think that we can move on to find the legal issues here, right? If you have some questions, you may go on, but
No, I think for now it's okay that we finish with questions and
Yeah,
we can.
but there may be some questions while we
Yes,
analyze
maybe.
some legal issues. Well, look, first of all, it's we cannot say that your issue is really easy, but you know that we will do our best. But I can tell you that the thing that Chacha was not homemade and it had the brand name, the blind, what do you say, blind
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 fun.
fun.
blind fun, yeah.
Yeah, it can't
Blind
be
fun?
difficult.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing because it may give you the it may give all this responsibility to the one who made this charger. So that may help us. So we should also work on this.
No, I call in this office too.
Yeah.
Their phone also is turned off.
Okay, and that is also strange, you know. And I think that by going to this,
But do you know the address of this company?
No, no.
well, we can get it from the agency of companies.
Yes, we can.
That won't be a problem. Actually,
So we can get the address.
we'll try to.
Yeah.
The case is like heavy one, and I will explain you a little bit what's the problems there, what are the legal issues. If you don't understand any legal word, feel free to ask me, and I will be really happy to.
It will be
Explain
simple
to you.
words because I don't
Yes,
understand
well,
Of course. Just before we start, I want to tell you, I think it will be better if we divide the case for
Oh yeah,
No.
yes, for sure.
criminal
Yeah,
and
yeah.
civil.
That was the first that I was going to say. That this case is important because there are criminal and civil issues there. Well, to explain you easily, criminal means that you may go to jail, and civil means you may have to pay compensation, but you don't go to jail because of civil responsibility.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you cannot also money.
We understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will talk about a little bit about civil issues, and then you can talk about the criminal
Okay.
ones because
Okay.
yeah. Okay, I'll start about the civil issues. You said that the papers were there, that they were demanding $50,000 in this
Like
paper.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
15.
$15,000. Well, actually, the legal issue here is that did you know that you were selling the chacha, which was not too safe for drinking? But as you said, that if there was only a talk between you and Zarlika that the chacha may it's
Yes,
not
and
safe.
dangerous, you know,
Yeah.
he didn't
Yeah.
say that it contained something or...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that's a good point because obviously that chacha is actually dangerous because if you drink a lot,
Yes. You
Then-
have a headache.
Yes.
yeah, and maybe your body cannot, it means this chacha were pretty well.
He maybe meant that it was too strong, I mean...
Yes,
It's...
Yeah.
and that's okay because
Definitely.
when I'm buying chacha, I know that I may have hangover next day or I will not feel well.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for it, and that's why I'm buying chacha and I'm not buying whiskey. Okay, so and that's a good point that we know the company's name because we can also there's an option that we can file a lawsuit against Blind Fun, and we can ask them for the compensation, and it is their responsibility that the chacha was not safe. That's the first option. I want also to tell you that this option have some risks also. Well, the first thing is that we cannot yet find Zarlika. Second one is that we cannot, you tried to talk to this Blind Fun and you could not reach them, but I can assure you that it's not such a big problem because probably Nino will talk about that to produce such goods maybe the criminal crime also. So from the beginning I told you to relax, and I will tell you again this, that
I know it's first
Yeah.
in my life, so I'm so
Because
worried about this.
we understand that if you knew that it was faulty chacha and it was bad product, that it contained some methanol, you would not sell it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and well, we understand that you feel sad about it, and everybody would. But now, to look it from legal perspective, then we should find whose responsibility is there. Okay, the ideal one is that if you have to pay this compensation, you can file a lawsuit against the blind fund to make them pay this compensation. But let's talk about the also other civil options, right?
Yes. We have some other options also.
Yeah. Well, if you, well, your business is closed, and that's a problem. They want $15,000, right? Well, we can make such agreements that we will not pay the whole 15, but maybe a little bit less. I mean, if the situation gets worse and you cannot have more business anymore, and you know, we understand that it's all the stressful situation, we can, if it's an option for you, we can try to talk to them to pay, like, I don't know, maybe $4,000, and to make such agreements that it will, you know, they will not file a lawsuit against you anymore, and you can have your business back. But that's an option, of course, and it is the thing that you have to make a choice there.
But we can help you with this.
Yeah, of course, we can organize this mediation and we can talk to this family. Well, because, you know, I can make a little example to make you understand easier before we go to the criminal issues there. Because imagine that we cannot find this company, and the company makes this lawsuit for a long time. There are so many Georgian advocates who like to straighten these processes, and you know that may be probably a big stressful situation and moment for you also. And the legal issue also here is that if you lose the case with this family, you have to pay money, and we have to still win the case with the other company, the blind fund. So the mediation can be an option, but there are two options that I think about. You know, you will continue about criminal ones, probably.
Yes, yes. I just sum up what my partner said in short way, that about civil case, you know, we can put the whole responsibility to the company, and then you won't have to pay anything, but it has some very big difficulties. And another option is we pay some less money, have less problems, and I'll speak about criminal issue here. I mean, it's like a little bit better for us that this case don't go to court because you know. Yes, I understand that you don't want, but I wouldn't agree so much that it's like so hard case. Why? Because about criminal liability, you know, what can we see here? That you was seller, you was not a producer. Yes, you just sold Chacha, and you didn't know that it was spoiled, and you even couldn't check that it was spoiled because you have a small grocery store and you don't have any expertise abilities. Yes, you don't have it. So I think it will be very difficult to speak about that you negligently caused the death of a person. So it's not a problem to worry about, but we still think that it would be better for us that this case don't go to court.
Yeah.
That's why I think we should try to negotiate with them.
Another thing is that we assure you that we try our best to achieve is that, well, the court did not make decisions that it was your Chacha that made this person die, but we can try our best to make your business reopen. Because from my perspective,
yes.
I think that it was not fair that your shop was closed, because maybe it's not your fault. and this is the court who has to determine it, right?
You may be even able to claim some damages. I mean, to claim some money.
You're right.
Because
That's an
you are
issue.
closed right now, yes? You
Yeah.
could get money, but you are closed.
You could get income because you cannot sell now the products that you would sell. That's an issue.
Yes.
That's a good one also. So I think that
You know, I think we can use this with, if of course, if you choose the negotiation, we can use this argument with that side. I mean, we can tell them that if we win the case, they'll have to pay much.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
this will help us, I think.
Julia, I think that well, we got real important facts during this interview, but there are still very important some that we have to find. So we'll need your help there also. We'll need Zaghlika's phone number. We'll need your, and on every step we'll explain you all the legal proceedings, and you will have to help us to reach our goals. I think that now we should go to the issue what we are going to do in next interview, what you are going to do, and what we are going to do. I'll start what we are going to do,
Okay.
and you can. Well, first of all, we can assure you that we'll make a real whole legal research about such cases. We can find the statistics, what happens in such cases, what the court decides, and that is important to think about the risks. Should we go to the court? What should we do? But first of all, we will see these papers that you have, and we will see the estimated date that we have to write the response for your lawsuit. The next issue is that we will try our best to reach Zaghlika and reach the blind fund. We will try also to make the expertise of this charger, right?
Yes.
Because we will try to prove that it was not your fault, and if you knew that it was methanol in the cha-cha, then you would not sell it, and that will take all the responsibility to the blind fund. Okay.
That's good.
And what about you? You have to help us, for the
Yeah,
next
I'll try.
meeting. I wrote down something that you have to bring for the next
Yeah.
meeting if you decide to come here. So as you see, we will need Zaghlika phone number, the letter you got, the coordinates. The coordinates of your neighbors who bought this cha-cha or maybe
Yeah.
something else from your store, so we can communicate with them. And if you have the bottle,
Oh no, just wait already.
maybe nothing, a little amount.
And it's unfortunate
Okay,
because we couldn't
okay,
expertise it.
it's okay.
This bottle would be great. But well, one more thing about police. We can assure you that we will make the legal research and try our best to reopen your shop and reopen your business. Because, well, you lost reputation, you lost some incomes, and that you need money.
Yeah.
We understand it, and we will work on from this side also, right?
Yes,
In
And,
newspaper there is this information
Well-
already. I should know about this,
and that's also the point that he was.
they spoiled his reputation,
So yeah, and we will try to even compensate you this money that.
But Sandra, yes, when you go home, please think about the options. We can get rid of the court at all, and we can negotiate if you will be ready for that.
Yeah.
So think about it, okay?
So I think it would be great if we meet, if you can bring the papers by tomorrow morning, because there's a date estimated there. Another thing is that I think until Wednesday, 3 days from now, we can give you the first legal analysis of issue
Yes.
and all the points that we are going to do, and we can give you the first answer from police about reopening your shop.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and we will try to work, and it was quite productive. So, relax, don't be nervous. You even can get money from this case. Think about it. So, I think that it was great. So, we can meet a little bit later.
Right.
Here's the contract that we said, the legal contract. Read it at home. If you have any questions, you have my phone number. You can ring me anytime you want, and I will explain to you. So,
Well, thank you.
everything will go right.
Bye.
Right.
Well, you know,
So what do you think about the interview?
well, the interview was quite good. The problem is that, you know, he knew about the cha-cha that it wasn't quite good.
Yes,
no?
but as I understood, nobody else knew
Yes,
that he
and
knew
that's a good
about.
point. There's no evidence.
Yes.
And the
For
only
the
thing
police,
that-
there is no evidence at all for him to blame the crime. I mean, they have some chances about the civil case, you know, maybe
Well-
because you know the burden of proof there is dividing, and it's a little bit lower
You
than
know,
in criminal cases.
You're right, but I think that, you know, to produce such cha-cha is also a criminal responsibility. And while having
yes.
criminal responsibility, anytime we can file a lawsuit against this company and get the compensation. This was good that you mentioned about compensation.
Yes, he can get
about
a lot
the
of compensation.
lost income,
for,
right.
I mean, two kinds of compensation: the lost income and also the spoiled reputation.
Yes,
They claim money for
we
the
can also
vessel.
find the accountant, all this accountant writings there, the book, the journal. Let's see his income, and then try to
Yes.
negotiate even. Well, I think that negotiation would be the best
I
here.
think so. Yes.
Well, because you know, in Georgia, courts spread all these cases, and they now have this amnesty projects, and it will spread a lot. And
Yes, not only this, but as you saw, he is quite poor guy. I mean, he doesn't want to go to court at all, I think.
yeah,
So.
but and about the negotiation, if we can manage to get the compensation for loss of income and compensate this money to the family member, and you know, this family member doesn't seem, they just want money, as I see. And
Maybe it is. We have to speak
it's
with
not a
them
family
also.
that, you know, have the ambition for principle to get this money. We can negotiate on a little bit.
Okay,
less.
Sandro, I think we have to divide the work for next.
Yes, we do. We do for sure. Okay, I will
So
try
you
to
are
go
the
to...
one who likes research, yes?
Well, okay, I will do the research, and you will be the one who go probably to the agency to find the address of this
Yes.
company,
Okay.
and also to the sale, to get, when we get the Zalika's number, to go to the sale company to find the address of Zalika. We have to find him. Okay. Okay, so I will go to
Let's
the...
start, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much.